am so excited about your Netflix show. I think it's so cool to see a family of faith like yours on the big screen. So how did this happen? How did your family get picked up by Netflix? It's awesome.
I made a practical joke on Priscilla on my Facebook. And I said, honey, what does YES spell? And she said, yes. I said, what does YES spell? She said, ES. I said, okay. Honey, what does YES spell? And she said, yes. I said, what does YES spell? And she goes, why are you ES? So it spells eyes. I kept tapping at my eye, pulling at my eye the whole night. And we end up laughing about it. It's 5 minutes of me joking, and I'm so glad you're pretty. I'm so glad you can dance. I don't know how you're missing this. I post a video, 57 million views, 68,000 comments.
Wow.
People were just like, I love how y'all act. I love how y'all joke with each other. And in the middle of that video, I said, Bravo EUSA, or I said networks, whatever. I know we can't say names, but I said, call me if you're interested because we need our own reality show. Well, we got connected to Evolution, and Alex Baskin, who works at Evolution, they created Orange County Housewives of Atlanta. Okay, so they're used to the drama. They here for the turn up. Okay, so we walk into the place and he shows me all the editors and everything. And I said, hey man, listen. First of all, if you think we're throwing wine bottles across my kitchen, you got the wrong budget. Because that ain't us. Number two is we decided to fight for each other and not with each other. Our second year of marriage. Our first year of marriage, we put boxing gloves on every day. Lord have mercy. I don't like this. It's left, it's right, it's blue, it's gray. We were fussing every day. Our second year, we decided to fight for each other and not with each other. And if you want to make a show of a family that fights for each other, I'm in. And he said, you know, he talks with his mouth side. He goes, Mr. Anderson, I want to make a show that my mother would want to watch. And I said, you got a good mama. He said, I have a good mama. I said, I had a good mama. She went on to be with the Lord too early. I said, so let's do this deal on good mamas. He said, on good mamas.
Ooh.
Wow.
That is awesome.
Isn't that cool?
Yes.
Be who you are no matter where you are.
Yes.
Come on, somebody. It's okay to be in it, not of it. It's okay to say, I have boundaries because boundaries gives you freedom.
Yeah. Well, and what I love so much is that you and your wife, you don't shy away from talking about your faith. You're like, this is who we are. Our faith is a huge part of us. It is us.
Right. Right. And I think the moment you start hiding it, people can feel it. The moment you start wavering, people like, you know, and we are who we are. I mean, the only way I could do my music, to sing country music and also sing Christian music, is if I owned it. And so there's nobody behind me or over my head giving me a guilt trip about what I make. And there's no one that says, oh, well, you sang at this rodeo on Saturday and now you're singing at the church on Sunday. We're able to have that freedom because of the ownership side of it. And that is who we are. Do I sing country music? Yes. Do I pray? Yes. Do I speak to kids? Yes. Do we talk? Yes. Do we teach our children about the word? Absolutely. Because that's who we really are. And we felt like we didn't have to hide that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I love that. And your wife talks a lot about how her faith has carried her through her battle with cancer.
Right.
Talk a little bit about how you guys did have to rely on your faith during this. I mean, it was, I had tears in my eyes watching the gracious way you both approached this.
Well, thank you for saying that. I think we had nothing else. I think we don't have anything else, not to rely on. I mean, we lean on each other. But if she's tired and I'm tired, we got to lean on the Lord. And the joy of the Lord is your strength. So we joke, we laugh with our kids. Country Ever After is hilarious, number one. It is hilarious. And it's also you're going to laugh, you're going to cry like ugly. Jesus, Barabbas. You're going to call everybody. And then there's also the side of being real. And I think that people have touched on so many other subjects, but they haven't been behind the curtain of fighting cancer as a believer. And in our faith, we have to lean on the Lord and also lean on each other and also encourage our children and protect them. You know, even through all of this, we had to tell our kids, well, mommy has a tummy ache. because they don't know what that is. But our older boy, we had a conversation with him about cancer, and we believe that if one person can beat it, we can beat it.
Yeah.
We believe it. We stand in the face of opposition.
Yeah, I love that. I also, in the first episode, I believe you mentioned how when you were a child, the pastor prayed that God would use your gifts for him.
Right. Because we were singing at a revival in Bangs, Texas, and we were at New Testament Holiness Church. And before the pastor came out, they asked me and my sister to sing Christian Automobile. And so we sing this, and it says, every child of God is running for Jesus, just like an automobile. When you get on the road to glory, Satan is gonna try to flag you down. You just keep on driving. So it was that old school gospel music, and I was like 4, right? And she's 9. And the whole and our band is playing, and the pastor comes out and goes, "Who's singing that?" And we were like, kind of like when you're in trouble, us. And he prayed over us that God would use our gifts for him. And, I tell everybody, I guess it worked, because look where we are right now. And look what's happening. Are we really taking what we have and really letting him use it? Yeah. Are we really taking our gifts? Because to us, we may be knocked down, or we don't have the self-esteem in that gift. Give it to him and let him use it. And I think that's been very cool. It's been very cool to try to let God use you.
Yeah. Well, Coffey, what is your hope? What is your family's hope for this show?
I hope this show lets people breathe.
Yeah.
Can we breathe? Can we sit back, put our feet up on the couch? Can we breathe? Can we take a moment? During COVID, and you'll see us parenting, you're going to see us with my career and my business, and I run my record company out of my garage, and Priscilla's fighting cancer, but still being a mama and still being a wife. Like, in the middle of all this, even when you're tired, can you give yourself a break? From homeschooling, from COVID, from financial stress, can you give yourself a break? Yes. Can you realize that we don't have it all together? Yes. Can we laugh at ourselves? Yes. And this show is the only family-friendly show in the last 18 months across every format to be released that you can watch from age 2 to age 102. There's nothing in it that's blue. There's no content that's going to make you cover up your child's eyes or make them poke their ears. That will not happen on this show.
Yeah.
It is true family-friendly entertainment. So if people can put their feet up and watch Country Ever After on Netflix and relax for that 30 minutes and then 12 episodes, can we give you a break for 6 hours from 365 days of chaos and fighting and debating and all of this visual trauma that we've seen? Country Ever After is going to give you a break.
Yeah. I love that. Well, Coffey, is there anything else you want our readers to know about you, about your family, about this show?
Share it. Hit the thumbs up on Netflix. The algorithm of Netflix, the algorithm of YouTube, the algorithm of Facebook, all of those things, they record what you like and they record what you comment on. So if you're scrolling through Facebook and you see something that makes you feel appalled and you turn into Karen and you start putting the comments in it, that's what it's going to continue to show you. So whatsoever is beautiful, whatsoever is lovely, whatsoever is righteous, let's focus on those things. Let's hit like, let's hit share, and they'll keep buying shows like ours.
Yeah.
That's what I want them to know.